Picture this. You've just landed on a brand new country, suitcase on your hand, full of excitement. But maybe you're not just carrying clothes in that suitcase, you're carrying prejudices. Hi, my name is Dulce, and today I want to share with you how I used to trouble with a whole lot of assumptions. You know, stereotypes about the places I was going to visit and the people I was going to meet. But these assumptions, they're the ones standing between you and the most meaningful experiences you can have while traveling. So, traveling. Traveling, especially for young people, is about connection. Whether you're taking a gap year, or you're going to Paris, or you're doing an exchange program as I did, by letting go of all your assumptions and prejudices, you not only change how you see the world, you can change your trip from good to unforgettable. So, let me show you some experiences that changed the way I saw the world. Let me start by taking you somewhere unexpected. Montana. 41st state of the United States, and the place I got to visit in my exchange year. Montana may not be one of the most famous states in the United States, but that doesn't mean it escapes stereotypes. The first thought when I understood that I was going to Montana was it's going to be like those old cowboy movies I used to watch with my grandfather. But when I got there, I was totally wrong. Like, nothing was the way I thought. And the first days, I felt quite unsettled. I was scared. I didn't let myself loosen up. But actually, when you think of it, the beauty of traveling and life in general, it's about the unexpected. It's those surprises, the ones that are going to make your trip even more enjoyable. But now, let me show you the experience that changed the way I thought about Montana in general. So, the first thing I want to say is my perspective changed when I went to the farm. By saying the farm, I mean a farmhouse located 3 hours away from where I was, in a town called Lewistown. The first thought of going to a farm in Montana absolutely terrified me. Having seen Texas Chainsaw Massacre and my family always saying what happens in the farm stays in the farm, I was absolutely terrified. And it didn't help my nerves. Nobody could have prepared me for the moment I stepped into the farmhouse, looked to the left, and saw 4 rifles and 2 shotguns. I was so terrified. And there it was, 50 miles from any trace of civilization, or so I thought. My family did have neighbors, but these were special ones. They were Amish. At first, I didn't really know what Amish was, but the first trace I got was when I looked and saw a horse-drawn carriage passing by. And I was like, what is this? So it felt like stepping in a time machine. My first thought of Amish people was just judging. I didn't like the way they just shut the world off. I didn't understand how they couldn't use all of the technological advancements that we have. And all of that was like, I didn't understand it. My modern thoughts, especially being a feminist, couldn't get why women and those people could live that way. But my thought changed when I got the rare opportunity to go to an Amish school. When I stepped into the classroom, I saw something wonderful. I saw children. They were laughing, they were playing without a phone or a tablet in sight. I was just amazed. The feel of the community was there. I could see the bond between the students, the teachers, the care from the people. These were the same people I judged so quickly, but yet they were nice, they were kind, and they were open-hearted. So the thing is, by spending time with the Amish, I learned that maybe I didn't want to live like that, but I learned to respect it. In fact, I'm not alone in this. Some studies shows that people that travel overseas and see different cultures, they learn how to step out of their comfort zone. And that's what happened to me. So just when you go somewhere, don't just let your own perceptions of it bias you and just stop you from experiencing it. Even if it makes you uncomfortable, you have to learn how to just see things how they truly are. So now, let's think about it. This is not just about a town in Montana or rural towns in America. This applies everywhere. Stories, pictures, stories of friends, and all the things that you see outside can influence you when you go somewhere. For me, it started when I saw The Sound of Music. Who doesn't love that movie? Well, I have watched this movie tons of time, and when my family decided to go to Austria, I had my own very specific expectations of what it would be. So, I was 11 years old, and I always loved bonding with the cultures I went to. I've always loved dressing up and just doing the things that people do. So when I stepped into Salzburg or Vienna and saw women wearing drindles, I was just, oh my God. I loved it. So, of course, I had to dress head to toe, just like them. So, the thing is, maybe I didn't pass as a local, but I loved every second of it. I mean, look at that face. So, my perspective changed the most when I went to the town of Hallstatt. Hallstatt is a gorgeous town in Austria. And when I searched for it, I loved it. You search for Hallstatt in Google Images or in Instagram, and you see this. Gorgeous town. But when I actually got there, I saw this. Okay. So I was kind of disappointed, seeing 4 lines of buses filled up with tourists and just going around taking the best shot they could, and then they would leave. But the thing that made me more angry is that I was one of them. This is a picture of me in Hallstatt. I mean, I was wearing the same clothes as the Austrian people, but what did I do? I just went there, took the best shot that I could, which I did good, and just portrayed that idyllic town that we all see in Google Images. Nobody sees this. So the thing that I'm trying to get here is that whether you're going somewhere, you cannot influence all your ideas on those incredible pictures that people post. You just need to get there and see it for yourself. So let me tell you something else that I learned while traveling. Well, we have all seen, walking in the roads of Malaga or Valencia, we all see this. English people eating at an English restaurant. I mean, isn't it strange? Why would they come all the way here to eat the same food they have back home? I mean, I'm not trying to judge. Sometimes you just crave the familiar. But by doing this, you just lose so much of experiences, and especially in Spain, you lose a lot of culinary and amazing things that you can have. But when for example, I was in London, no, sorry, I was in Portugal. I was in Portugal, and I was there for 3 days already. I had eaten all the seafood I could, delicious as it was. I just wasn't having it. I didn't want to eat that again. So I wanted to go to a Mexican restaurant, for example. And my dad wasn't having it. We had to go to that hole-in-the-wall place, which nobody had posted anything about, and we had to go. So first, I was like, we're the only non-Portuguese people there. Why are we going there? Do they even speak Spanish or English? But it may sound like a silly thing, but the moment I went there, I ate the food, and I saw what happened there. That was one of the most meaningful experiences I have ever had. These people were locals. I could see the real sense of Portugal there. So what I say to people is just, don't lose that experience. Even if the place doesn't look as good as you think, or even if it's not that famous, if you see that locals go there, that means that place is good. So what I say to my fellow travelers, just let go of all your assumptions, all your prejudices, and everything that can influence you to seeing something in a certain way. And that way, you don't just gain experiences, you gain the world. Thank you.